Hey, 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 welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night. I'm Carrie and that's Jared.
What's going on, everybody? Good to see y'all here. You know, got a new camera, just working out the new kinks in the new camera here, different angle, upgraded. I was doing that JP video and I was using my secondary camera for shooting the amp, and it just looked so bad. I was like, you know what, I've had it. So I got another camera for a secondary, so now we're gonna have two camera angles for different things and whatnot. I gotta work out, you know, gotta get everything hooked up and dialed in, but tonight we're gonna use a new camera and see how it goes.
If we look like vampires, it's because we haven't worked out the color grading yet.
Yeah, it's a little...
It was like, I look like a pancake face.
Yeah, it's a little white on the skin. Yeah, because I'm not that white. I'm actually quite a bit
He's
darker.
actually pretty tan, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll work it out. You know, I'll have to make some calls and get it worked out, but it works, and I just wanted to break it in tonight and see. So anyway, so yeah, good to see everybody here. We might just be here for an hour tonight. It's been a long day, lots of troubleshooting and stuff, so my brain is fried. But yeah, so we'll see how things go. If my brain wakes up, then we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be about an hour or so.
All right. Sounds good. I'm excited for the Pull Me Under Riff challenge tonight.
Yes.
To see what you guys have sent in.
Yeah, they did a great job on them. Let me get that ready
How many people responded?
It was like 4 or 5, and just so everybody knows, like there were a couple of Master of Puppets riffs too. One's a late, I think it was a little late, but that's okay. We can play that tonight at the end. And another one somehow I missed, and I feel bad about it, so I got to put that in there too.
So these were, there's 2 Master Puppets?
At the end, yeah. Okay. So I got them all in the same video. So it's just pull me under, pull me under, pull me under. I think 3 or 4 of those, and then 2 Master Puppets ones. I don't know how it happened, but I got it all figured out in my email now. I got special folders I put things in. So
nice.
Well, when you're working like I do, things slip through the cracks sometimes. So.
All right. Well, you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Jason Taylor.
Hey.
Nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see your name anyway.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, I hope all is well with you.
Yeah.
Johnny Ramiro, happy Sunday. Looking forward to another Tone Wars Sunday with the crew.
What's up, Johnny? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you here.
Joshua Stevens, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Joshua? What's happening, man?
Let's see, JB 50 Watt, happy Sunday. Are we doing the Pull Me Under Riff challenge?
Hey, Jeff. Yes, we are.
Yes, sir. And is he in it?
Yes.
He's always in them.
Yep, him and his cat are both in it.
And his cat. Sweet. You know what? That'd probably be the most popular video if you did like a guitar and cat video.
Yeah. Well,
like a cat contest. I'm serious. It would be your most popular.
Yeah. You gotta, yeah, we should do the next one where if you have a pet, it should be in the video.
Yeah.
Like just, you know.
Somehow.
Film your pet.
Significant others don't count.
Yeah, those aren't your pets.
Oh, Kyle Hart, how are you, man?
Hey, what's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
He said he sent his in, so we'll get to see Kyle Hart.
Yeah, his sounded really good too. Yeah, and thank you, Kyle, for using one of my profiles. He used the Redseven profile for his, and it sounds good.
Yeah.
I know I'm biased. I made the profile pack, but man, those profiles came out really good. I love those profiles. And I love that amp, obviously, so I'm going to be playing that tonight. Honestly, like I was warming up tonight, my brain is so fried I couldn't even remember my solos. So I'm probably just going to play my basic songs tonight. I literally, my brain is fried. I'm tapped out. So it's a lot of work hooking up. You know, you think you get a new camera, right? And you think like, oh, plug it in.
So exciting.
Name the thing for the OBS software and you're done. Oh no, you got to download like 5 different apps, dial everything in, the computer doesn't see it, you got to reboot the computer 10 times. It was like 2 hours of just pure madness to get this thing working. So thank God it's working though.
Fox Pathfinder's with us.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
He said, I heard Jared is going to demo the mono price stage right 15 watt amplifier.
Nope.
All right.
I've never even heard of that.
CS says, whoops, I think I'm at the wrong channel. Why?
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 Maybe he doesn't recognize the camera angle?
Camera angle? Is it that different?
It's closer. So this camera, I got an upgraded lens. So, you know, there's our old camera. It's what do you say? It's about 3 feet?
3 feet.
3 feet behind it. So this camera has a wider lens, so I can actually bring it in closer and still see, you know, the whole room. So it's just different. And we color graded, and it needs a little work on the color grading. I just didn't want it to be too dark. I think this looks sharp and crisp, though.
I like the campfire thing you have going on over there in the corner.
The campfire?
Yeah, look at the lights on the corner of the...
Oh.
Yeah. On the cables? Is that the cables? Or?
Yeah, cables and table legs.
Looks like a warm campfire.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at the cables here. I got to reconfigure this room.
Got a little spaghetti mess
God,
going
this
on.
is like...
CS knows. He's been here.
He's been here. I got to redo all these cables. And
Jarrod needs a crew.
Yep, I do. But I can't, I'm a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah, I've offered, but Jarrod's a do-it-yourselfer.
You're welcome to come over here and help me with... We'll have a cable party.
I have done that so many times.
You want to have a cable party?
We can have a cable party, but not on a Sunday or a Monday.
No, we got to do it on a different day.
And an all day.
Yeah, it'll be all day. Yeah, this spaghetti is just, it's a mess. Is what it is.
CS said he's just being a wise guy.
A wise guy,
A wise guy, yeah. Vox Pathfinder says 52nd anniversary of Jimi Hendrix passing today.
Oh, yes. For some reason, I thought he said Jimmy Page. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. And amongst all the crazy stuff I was doing today. Yep.
Tony Krozik, awesome Tone Wars Sunday, guys.
Hey.
I'm stoked to have picked up a Mesa Mark II C Plus this week in mint condition. I almost said conditioner. Mint conditioner. It was exhilarating. For reasonable price. We'll compare it to my JP2C now.
Now my hair smells minty fresh. And I have a cool amp. Congrats, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that amp is, it was really good. I spent some extra time, right before I shot that video yesterday, I spent a little extra time with it just to double check, you know. I'm like, well, let's make sure I'm right. And I actually dialed in a little further before I did the video, and man, that just, I watched it back today when I premiered it, and I'm like, that does sound good. Yeah, it's a good, good amp. In my opinion, I think if it's not Mesa's best amp, it's got to be top 3, easily top 3 amps that they've ever made.
I keep going out of the chat and coming back in because I see 15 people, and I'm like, maybe my phone's just...
Oh.
But nope, 15 it is.
Yeah, well, it's football season,
Right.
And the weather's good in a lot of states, and people are winding up all their fall, plans.
There is a hurricane coming. I think it was headed to Puerto Rico right now.
Really?
The eye of it was over it or something, yeah.
Yikes.
So definitely, I feel like ever since people are making a big deal out of saying thoughts and prayers, like, oh yeah, keep your thoughts and prayers. I feel like that's not an appropriate thing to say anymore, but what do you say when that's the only thing to say?
Well, yeah, what are we going to do? Fly over there and stop it? I mean, thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
And
from the bottom of my heart with all sincerity.
Yeah, good vibes. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's all you can do.
What do you guys think? What would you guys say in that situation? Seriously.
That's the thing that I struggle with on Facebook, too, when people are like,
oh, my someone's grandpa passed away. And it's like, oh, our thoughts and prayers are with you. Like, I literally stopped, thought about you guys, and said a prayer for your family. And why is that a bad thing or not enough? I don't know.
I literally said a prayer for a guy in my pressure washing community today that somehow he woke up and slurred speech, and he can't speak properly.
Did he have a stroke?
They don't know what happened to him. He's just messed up. He's all can't move right. His whole, he said he's got an appointment with the neurologist, but he's like, in a split second, my whole life changed.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with me, and it's the same thing. I feel like you know, idiot going, oh, I'm praying for, but I really did. I'm like,
yeah.
here, dude, I'll just said a prayer for you, and you see a lot of that. But yeah, I just don't know. What do you want? The hug emoji? I mean,
Sure.
it's like,
And I know when things like the shooting at Oxford High School happened,
oh yeah,
I mean, there's still, it's my neighboring community. I, you know, walk there with my dog and kids and grocery shop and go out to dinners and stuff there. But there's still posters and signs everywhere that say pray for Oxford. And like I really think that is a very compassionate thing to offer up and say.
yeah. What else can you do? You know?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, JB, he chimed in. He said, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying thoughts and prayers. That is the right thing, I think, as long as it is genuine. Absolutely.
Yeah,
me too.
exactly. And how are people to know? It's text. You know, it's like, it's the best I can do, buddy. You know? Yeah.
Luca says, hello, my dear Jarrod and Carrie.
What's going on, man?
Hello, my dear Luca.
What's happening?
This night I logged in since now. I'm sure of a great music night with you and all the followers in the chat. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll play the best I can tonight. Again, I scrambled eggs up here tonight, but I'll do what I can.
Gunnerman 54 is here.
Gunnerman.
What's up?
What's happening, dude? Good to see you.
Fox Pathfinder says, guitarists watch football?
Oh, yeah. I don't, but other people do.
I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't choose to.
Yeah, it's never
And I'm not really watching it.
Yeah,
I'm just there.
This is background noise. Yeah, I mean, if I have like a guitar solo that I'm working on, it's nice to have something on that you don't need volume for and you can just watch. So that's the only reason why I would watch something like that. I mean, I'm not anti-football. It's just I'm so busy. I can't just sit on the couch and watch a game. I just can't. I got too many other things to do. So
my son plays football, and so his games are on Wednesday night. He's in 7th grade, so they combine 7th and 8th grade football into one team this year. And there was another mom sitting 2 people down that I had heard of, and I know her son. I had just never met her before. So we were chit-chatty through the whole game. I had to keep, like, when my son was playing, I'd be like, okay, like, I want to watch him for sure to see what he's doing. Like, my kid's playing right now. He's actually on the field. Like, try not to be rude, but she just...
Nice shoes. Whoa,
I know. I needed like a sign, like he's on the field. Okay, we can talk.
Yeah, well, I think it's understandable, you know.
Yeah.
People are used to it.
Let's see. Brad Chimke said, today is my birthday, so Care Bear and Jarrod, what did you get me?
Hey, Brad.
I think Skeeter wanted to sing you happy birthday.
Oh, God.
I think that's a great present, right?
Yeah. That's what everybody wants.
Your face all red.
A Skeetergram.
A Skeetergram. Oh, I think I've just figured out a new business.
Yeah, I show up to your
You
house.
could send your loved ones Skeetergrams.
Knock on your door. They open up. Hey, man, your son Timothy? Well, he hired me to sing happy birthday to you, so here goes. So I'll sing happy birthday to Brad right now.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday to you.
Boop.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brad Shimke. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was a little hard on the pipes there. Had to hit some notes.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Brad.
Happy birthday, man. And many more.
Oh, that's awesome.
Skeetergram.
Skeeter. No, but
Probably get
videos.
shot.
Remember I told you there was that country singer that was doing it all himself?
Oh, yeah.
And that was part of his shtick. He'd sing a song on video and you could have a link sent to whoever. You could have Skeetergrams.
Skeetergrams.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
See what great ideas
I wish I could
have.
I wish I could have a full-time business doing that. I'd rather do that than the 60 buildings I got to wash starting tomorrow, but hey. It would have to pay as good, though.
You have so many impressions, I think it'd be hilarious.
Skeeter Grams, Arnold Grams,
Yes.
Stallone Grams.
Yes.
Sheesh. Who else do I do? I don't even remember.
Fox Pathfinder says I can play Happy Birthday on the guitar. Good for you. Can you?
Yeah.
Do you have it? You got an idea?
I mean, I could, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
But it's not hard, you know.
Yeah,
You know what is hard on the guitar is Star Spangled Banner.
I should learn how to play Happy Birthday on the acoustic guitar.
There you go. You could do that. That actually would be a good exercise for you. Yep, for dexterity, notes, you know, and getting your, you know, synchronization up between your picking hand and your fretting hand. Yeah, that would be a good exercise for you.
I was driving my daughter crazy last night practicing.
Did you sound poopy?
No, I sound very good, but it was just the same thing, sounding good over and over again.
Well, now she understands what you go through when she does all her flip-de-doos through the house. And,
Right.
yeah, her daughter is like a gymnast, and she
is.
Man, the stuff that girl can do, it's insane. Like, geez, and she's self-taught. Yeah.
Contortion.
Yep, she does contortion and flip-de-doos.
Dance and flip-de-doos, yep. Let's see. Tony Krozik says, if we all would bless 3 people a day in word and sincerity, the world would be a better place. Oh, I agree.
I agree.
You know, I haven't made it, like, make it so in my life, but I've tried to make it a thing where I give somebody a compliment every day that I don't know, and unless I'm only at home, then, you know, or whatever, but it...
Just yell at your kids.
I know. But I mean, when I'm out, I get so busy when I'm out, caught up, and I got to get this and got to get that, and schedules that, you know, I probably come across to my local cashier as aloof or just, you know, insincere. I don't care. So I've been trying to make it a point to at least give them a compliment, you know, something.
That would, that's actually a good way to do things, you know, because it's amazing how you can make somebody's day with just a simple compliment, and you don't even know what kind of day they're having. I mean, maybe they just got out of a procedure. They just had something, you know, maybe not super major, but it was really anxious driven for them. Or they're on their way to a job interview and they're nervous and they feel like they're not going to get it, and you give them that compliment and they're like, all right, somebody thinks I'm cool, you know? Yeah, I love that one video on Facebook where that patrol officer pulled a kid over and he was speeding.
Yes.
And the kid was just like, I'm late for my interview and I can't tie a tie. And the guy tied his tie for him. And like, it's like, just stuff like that. If people could just do, you know, it's a simple thing, but maybe it's simple for you, but for the person that you're doing it for, I mean, it's huge, you know? So I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of us don't do small things for people, because in our mind it's like, well, that's not going to matter, but you know, for that person, that's everything. You know, you could really make somebody's day just by, you know, doing a simple thing like holding a door when they're carrying a bunch of heavy packages or whatever. I mean, what would they do without that?
Right.
It's simple, but have fun without it, you know.
I made a little friend today at the orchard where I stopped to get peaches. The cashier had on a Little Mermaid t-shirt and pants. You know those ones that I have that have the mermaid theme up the side? She had those on, and I didn't see them at first, but I was like, oh, that's my favorite movie, blah, blah, blah. And she stuck her leg out, you know, so I could say like, oh, I have those same pants. And you could see the like brightness in her face change, and like.
Yeah, they like that, you know. It's a simple thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Where'd I leave off? Jay Croft, what's up, Leah?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, you haven't been here in a few weeks.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's busy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Jay is busy.
School's back.
Yeah, and he's got kids and all kinds of crazy activities. His kids are killing it too, man.
Yeah.
His son is an amazing soccer player, and his daughter's in the band, and she's killing it too.
She plays the flute?
Yes, I believe that's what it is. Yep.
I knew, because she's cool, because I played the flute.
Yep. Yeah, and she's doing a great job. He's posted some of her playing on Facebook, and I'm like, wow. Did
I send you that video of the different sorts of flutes that there are? And there's those humongous ones that are like this, and they're like bass flutes.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear a bass flute.
It was like,
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Like blowing into a jug.
Yeah, I'll have to go find it again. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I sent it to you.
When?
It's been maybe a month or two.
Oh,
Yeah.
could be why I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they went from the big, humongous, looked like a whole house full of plumbing, down to the itty bittiest little
Oh, really?
piccolo. Yeah, it was interesting.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anywho.
let's see. Brad Shimke said, "That's awesome, Skeets. Thanks to you both."
No problem, man.
Matthew Butterfield is with us. Hola.
Hey, what's going on, Matthew? How you doing, man?
Vox Pathfinder. Skeeter should do children birthday along with Bouncy Castle.
I'd get kicked out.
J Crop. Skeeter should play it on his mouth harp. Do you have a mouth harp, Skeeter?
You know what I'm talking about? The
Yes.
little rubber band things.
Yes, I've seen them.
I should
For
get
some
one
reason,
of those.
those were in my newsfeed on Facebook last week.
Really?
I had like 3 different mouth
Harp things?
harps
Yeah.
video. I'm like, where'd this come from?
So weird. Well, now that we've talked about it, I'll
It's all good.
tell you, I don't know about you guys, but every time I talk about something, next thing I know, it's in my Facebook feed. I'm like, all right, who's listening to
I
me?
feel like that should be what I do. When Skeeter's talking, I should have the mouth harp and be on the side. I love it.
Skate.
JB says, I just remembered now that part in Uncle Buck with the birthday clown that shows up drunk and Uncle Buck knocks him out.
That was a good movie, Uncle Buck. John Candy was awesome, man. I liked Uncle Buck.
Bruno, hi, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, Bruno?
Let's see. Luca, hello, Matthew Butterfield. Oh, hi again.
Hi.
Klaus, how are you, Klaus?
Klaus.
Just tuned in. Good evening, Jarrod. I tried the Peppers' Dirty Tree at last week's concert in front of the Mezero, M-Z-E-R-O.
Oh, M0, yeah.
M0.
It's the Mesa Barba. Yep.
Okay. It sounded amazing.
Dude, awesome. I got to try that with my Mesa Barba. I think it probably adds a nice edge to it, which I would prefer. So I'm going to give that a try too. But yeah, good to see you here, man. I'm glad you are here. Loved the pedal and had a great show, man. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. What was I going to say? Oh, quick announcement. So somebody here, was it last week that somebody recommended Frog amps?
Yes.
Yes, and I apologize if I forgot who did that because we get a billion messages. So please let me know who it was if you're in here. So I spoke to Frog Amps and I actually looked them up on YouTube. They make some amazing amps, like really cool looking amps and good sounding amps. And there's switches and like power lights and all that. They're all very unique looking. And so I spoke to them. And he sent me over his number and his contact info, through Facebook Messenger, and we're gonna work something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I can maybe review a bunch of his amps.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So which one's gonna have to move?
Well, there's a spot there, and actually, I can move the Redseven over too. I mean, you know how it is. Like usually when I do amp reviews, they sit where you do. Yeah, but that's going to be nice. You know, I'm really looking forward to that. And they make like a classic rock kind, they make metal, and like everywhere in between. They make a bunch of different amps. So
Are they all green?
no, they're very unique looking.
So what's the frog about?
I don't know, to be honest with you, the whole frog thing. It's actually kind of cool though. Like when you look at their amps, you get it.
They look like frogs?
Well, let me look some up.
Gross.
Let me look some up, and I'll show you.
Let's see. Joe Stop says the camera view looking good now. I can see your board, and it's nice.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
Yeah. Matthew Butterfield says you inspired me last Thursday. I ordered a custom Kiesel. Can't wait to get it.
Dude,
nice.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
That's exciting.
So there's one.
Okay.
You know, they just have a different kind of froggy kind of Tolex, and then look at the switch, the power switch, and the light there. It's just interesting.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Yeah, they're just interesting, you know. But they different colors, shapes, sizes, wattages, all that. It's just
So if you get a frog amp, do you have to get a green one?
I
I think you do.
Do I?
I think you do. You got a purple one.
We'll have to see. Well, I don't know if I'm going to buy one. I'm just going to have them send me some, and just check them out and send them back. And, if I want one after that, we can talk about it, I mean, I'm kind of spent out. I just spent a bunch of money on this stupid camera. So, I mean, but yeah, anyways, congrats on the Kiesel. I'm happy for you, and they're worth the wait. They're amazing. And thanks for the compliment on the camera angle and stuff. Yeah, we're going to be working with this camera and doing some more adjustments. This is all, today was just get it functional and do a quick color grading on it and stuff. But I just like the fact that it's closer, and we're not so far away now. And I just feel like it's better. And when I do amp dial-ins and stuff, the old camera will be on the amp and it'll just look so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see everything perfectly clear. It's just, I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a camera just to point at an amp, but there's no way around it. You can't get webcams to look good, especially when you're using a DSLR and you compare it side by side. I mean, it's literally like, it just looks like Atari graphics, It's so bad.
The Metal Edge says, I don't think Jarrod has enough amps. Needs more for the tone room.
I know I do.
There's actually more amps over there.
Yeah, there's 4 over there that I got.
And how many upstairs?
There's one upstairs. Yeah. I'm going to be selling a bunch of amps because I have to. Well, when you have this many, what you do is you play through them and then you find ones you really like, and then you're like, all right, this is a forever amp. And then you compare it to other ones, and pretty soon you start separating, for lack of a better term, the wheat from the chaff. And I just have amps here that I love, and ones that just don't. They're great, but they just don't compare to what I got, so they're not on the shelf anymore. So that's kind of how it is. Word. Well, and the thing is like, I always wanted to try a Marshall. I'm not a huge Marshall fan, but I was like, well, maybe the JVM would work for me. But once you play a Splon, you're like, yeah, I'd rather have a Splon.
And it's just purple.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a better Marshall, so I'll just take that. And it's funny, like I used to, before I knew any better, I used to think like, well, what's so much better about it? Like, whoop-de-doo, I mean, how is it better? And it's just a modded Marshall. There's so many things that go into that, and when you play them side by side, you really appreciate the differences big time. The gain structure's better, the overall tone is better, the feel is better, they're tighter, they take a boost better, they even sound better without the boost. I mean, there's just the voicing's better, just completely different amplifiers, so I'm really looking forward to the frogs, though. I wonder if they're slimy.
I feel like I should be one of those old men. Tony Krosig says the frog may be hidden in the effects loop. That's funny.
I'm looking forward to it, though. I want to try one.
Well, you want to play? I want to hear them. I want to hear the pull me under thingies.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let me mute the mics, and I'll play the pull me under thingies. And again, there's some leftover...
the official name.
There's some leftover Master of Puppets ones at the end of the string of videos. So
Word.
Word. All right, word of the day is word. All right, 1 second, guys.
Foul Heart Community Jam, Pull Me Under. I'm using a 2003 PRS McCarty. And I'm going to be using my Kemper stage. The clean tone is an SLO 100. And I'm going to use Jarrod's new Leviathan for my dirty tone.
All right, man, that was awesome, guys. Seriously, good playing, good sounds, great recording, good recording angles. I mean, you guys worked really hard on these, so we really appreciate the effort. Seriously, it's a lot. It's fun because it's cool, and like when people do this, because it gives them some perspective on how much work it is to actually film a video and record all the stuff and get it out there. It's a lot of work. So I appreciate the effort, and you guys all did a killer job.
Yeah.
And I like the ad libs. You know, Josh was throwing in some
Yeah.
crazy solos and stuff. I'm like, yeah, shred it up, man. You know, it's just cool. And the cat,
And
obviously.
cat. I looked up and I was like, wait. did you download the wrong video?
Yeah, it was funny, man. It was good. Cats are always cool. So
Yeah. And that shattered effect on the
Shattered
guitar.
Mirror, Jackson, yeah, that was cool.
That
really
was
cool.
really neat looking, yeah.
Yeah, nice playing, everybody. That was really awesome, man. Really appreciate that. So I wonder if I should do, you know, the next one, let's do a Dokken one. I think, you know, Unchain the Night would be a good one for people to learn. Let's just do that. So Unchain the Night for the next one. And there's some cool chords and riffs in that. And then after that, we could do the Hunter, which is also a very unique song. So we can do that as well. And then we could get into some Van Halen stuff after that. Maybe like Panama.
You need to have your one buddy that's super Darren. You need to have him jump in.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'll message him and be like, dude, you better get on the Van Halen stuff. So, yeah. So next one will be, Dokken, Unchain the Night. Let's just do that. And maybe I should just do an announcement on the channel where I just play the riff and just go next. You know, riff challenges Unchain the Night by Dokken. There you go. I'll do that from now on.
Kyle Hart says, thank you. I really love the pickups. They're perfect for every style.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for you know, using my KEMPER profile in there of the Redseven.
Yeah.
It did sound good. I mean, I was like, damn, that thing sounds mean, man.
I thought he had a cat in the video too, but it was the guitar
yeah,
over his
it's
shoulder.
like an optical illusion.
Yeah, but it looked like a cat facing you. Like, what's up with all the cats?
Yeah, we're just looking at this little monitor here, and we're like, what is that?
Steve-O says, tooth and nail.
Oh, that's a good one, too. Tooth and nail. We can add that to the list.
Matthew Butterfield, best of both worlds. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's a good one.
Oh, and I noticed that sunset light filter.
Yeah.
Was it Joshua Stevens?
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter has one of those too. They're super neat.
Yeah, they're cool how they just change. It's nice. Yep. Really cool, man.
Let's see, Kyle Hart, I know Panama. Let's do that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. How does that go? Yeah, we can do that.
Vox Pathfinder, I got 2 black cats I can include in a video. I will rule the next video. Okay, we have to do the cat. We have to do the pet thing.
If you get bonus points for including your pets in the videos. We'll put it to you that way. So
you go.
bonus points for that. Yeah, everybody wants to see the pets.
Everybody loves to see the pets.
And next time Kitty Witty gets a haircut, we're going to give him a dinosaur cut.
Did you love that so
Yeah,
much?
yeah,
We
the
forgot
little-
to talk about that.
Fins on the back of it. I was like, yep. He's going to be a little stegosaurus next time.
So much. Oh, you have to take the picture of them and see
Yeah.
if they can do it.
Yeah.
It's like a faux hawk for a cat.
Yeah, but like stegosaurus, little spiny, like those little
Spikes, yeah.
those not spikes, but the fins.
Steps,
They're
fins, yeah.
on the back. That just looks so cool. He'll probably be embarrassed, but I don't care. It's like deal with it, dude.
Let's see. JB says, I didn't even think of improvising and doing some shredding. I just played at the guitar parts exactly as the track from the album. Anyone can name the song I played in the beginning. Oh, can anyone name the song he played in the beginning?
It's by Metallica. I'll put that out there. I think it's One.
I don't know,
I think
but-
it was One.
Is it
Yeah.
one?
Yep, I'm pretty sure it was
One.
One. Yeah, I mean, you can improvise or not. It's up to you guys. It doesn't matter, but I just
Yeah,
think it's
Matthew
cool.
Butterfield guessed one as well.
Yeah.
Joseph Butler, hey matey.
Hey,
He's been eating some pirate booty.
what's going on, man?
Hope to see you bring out some mean palm mute chugs.
Oh yeah, I'll be doing that tonight. Yeah, I'm on channel 1 on the Redseven, so yeah, I'll be bringing out the chugs. Yeah,
Klaus
shortly.
says, nice. Would like to see someone crank an old Plexi on the Lynch and VH stuff, Van Halen stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm down with that too. Hell yeah.
One is correct.
Yep, 1 is correct. I had a feeling. I'm like, I remember that song. It's been a while, but
Yeah.
it's a good one.
You want to play?
Yeah, let me do. Ooh,
Did I
goes
do
my
that?
No, there goes my wireless
Did
again.
I do that?
Stupid wireless, man. You know, I had it fixed. It worked. And
Yeah.
then now it's doing it again. So I don't know what's going on with
It's
it.
got gremlins.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it off the board and plug it in and leave it on all day and just see if that's what it is. And if it stays on all day, then it's something with the wiring here. So mad right now. All right. Let me mute the mic and fire everything up. 1 second. And... there we go. Couple of quick ones for you. I was started grateful, but I'm working on the solo for that, so I got to erase I have a loop on there that I just keep using.
Klaus wants to know when he's going to get to hear me sing again.
I don't know. You want to do next week?
Sure.
Next week. How's that?
CS says, I look enthused tonight, and I told him it's the new camera. It's just the new camera.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a crazy day up here trying to get everything set up. Tell you, I always say never try out a new piece of gear on the day of a show, but it is what it is.
Let's see. Joseph Butler says that one never gets old, just crushes.
Oh, thank you.
I think that was during the first song.
Oh, yeah, that one's it's just a good rhythm song because it's like there's single notes, there's chords, and then there's the chugs and all the separate kind of riffs in between, and it's just a good song to test stuff out on because you got a little bit of everything there, you know, pinch harmonics, you know.
It's not orange, it's red. Chris. He said it must be, or it could be the big old orange cup again. Joseph Butler, are we still just on channel 1?
Yes, we're on channel 1. So here's what I could do. I'll do some riffs for you on channel 1, then I'll switch to channel 2. Channel 2 has more gain, and it's edgier, you know. But channel 1 is a great rhythm channel. It's real thick and beefy, and a tad bit rounder, but not in a bad way. It's really good. And channel 2 is just hellfire and brimstone. I mean, it is every Baptist preacher's, you know, nightmare. It's absolutely insane. So I'll start out on channel 1.
No experience with that.
Yeah, exactly. None at all. So then when you see me reach back here, I'm switching to channel 2. All right? So 1 second. Screwed the riff up a little bit, but yeah, my mind is seriously scrambled eggs tonight. I'm not doing any solos tonight. I'll screw them up so bad. I can't. But anyways, that's the difference between those two channels. Channel 2 is definitely, you could use it for rhythm, but you can definitely use it for leads. Both of them have enough gain for leads, but channel 2 is just, once you switch to it and you get that edge, you're kind of like, man, I kind of like this, you know, but both will work for you. And channel 1 was in hot mode too. There's a hot switch in there that adds more gain. So
Kyle said channel 1 is better.
Yeah, some people prefer channel 1. It just depends on what you're going for. I think if I was to use this amp live, I would use channel 1 for rhythms and channel 2 for leads. I mean, that's just what I would do. But man, this amp is stupid. It really is. My biggest worry when I bought this amp was, is it going to have enough gain? Is it going to be nasty enough? Because the videos I saw on it were good, but they were playing a lot of like classic rock stuff, you know, and in fact they were playing a lot of hardline riffs on it.
I like hardline.
Yeah, a lot of hardline riffs, and I'm like, wow, it sounds
You
great.
introduced me to them. I had never heard of them before.
Yeah, I love that band. It's freaking awesome.
Matthew Butterfield, how is your signal chain routed with your overdrive boost, the gate and delay? I need to figure out how to hook my delay while getting the loop and front of amp.
Okay, so I have, my pedal board is very convoluted. I mean, me and Steve Shaheen hooked it all up. So I have my Rev G8 or gate pedal hooked up as my, my gate, my noise gate, and it's hooked up via 4-cable method. So obviously part of it is hooked in front of the chain, and the other part is in the loop. And then let's see here. And you were asking about the other pedals on the pedal
I'm
board?
sorry, I was
It's okay.
scrolling back up. How's your signal chain routed with your overdrive boost? The gate delay. I need to figure out how to hook my delay while gating the loop in front of amp.
I believe it's the gate is after the overdrive pedal and in the effects loop. I think that's where it's at. And it's in front of everything in the effects loop, not in the back of it. If I remember correctly. Man, I'll have to ask Steve Sheen. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure it's after the overdrives in front of the amp. And yes, it's in front of all the effects in the effects loop. Yeah, because if you put it behind the effects, what happens is it shuts down all the repeats on your delays, and you don't want that. So you want to shut off the signal before the delay pedal, but not after. So yeah, that's how it's set up.
JB says, do you find that when you're tired or have a headache, everything just doesn't sound good to you when playing?
yeah.
For me, if I'm tired, everything just sounds bad and I start tweaking the amp endlessly.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta just stop.
Yep, ear fatigue is a thing too.
Go feel better. Otherwise, you're gonna screw it all up.
Yeah, I guarantee you if you spend more than a half hour tweaking an amp, you're gonna make it sound like crap. Because your ears are fatigued, and then you're gonna get up the next day with fresh ears and be like, what was I thinking? That happens a lot. I don't spend that much time tweaking amps, man.
Matthew Butterfield says, I have the Rev G8 as well, gating it in 4 cable.
Yeah, that's what you want. And the settings are, I have the output all the way down, input all the way down, and the threshold is at like 1 o'clock. That seems to be the sweet spot. Depends on the amp and how loud everything is and how much gain you're running, but that's kind of how I have it. Now, there are nights that I come down here and I have the threshold at like 2 o'clock, but it's usually good for me right where it's at. If I was in a bigger room, things would change, but that's a good starting point anyways.
Tony says, a lot of people are using GoPro cameras now with 4K resolution as fixed cameras. They're great.
Yeah, you can do that. They actually, a lot of it's just about the lens. Like I was going to do, I have a GoPro and I was going to use that for stuff, but then I have to edit in all that stuff. When I got 2 DSLRs, I mean, the picture is crisp as you can get it, and you can really zoom in on amps and really film everything great and see everything perfectly. And it's just easier to edit too, because I can just with my Stream Deck, I could just pull up the other camera and have it already positioned like wherever it's going to be on the screen. Like I could put one over here, in a square, like the amp that I'm dialing in, or I could put it over here. It's just nice to be able to position all that, and I don't have to edit anymore. I could just, everything's all in the same clip. So, but yeah, to each their own, I mean, the GoPros are nice. They really are.
Steve-O wants to know, how does the amp feel? Anything comparable on the shelf with similar feel?
I would say similar feel would probably be the Kraken. Yeah, it's a really nice saturated amplifier, and it's got a really good, very responsive, very supportive feel. Like the amp isn't fighting me at all. Like everything I want it to do, it does it. It just does it to a T. I mean, it feels great to play. In fact, anytime somebody comes over and plays through that, they're always blown away. And they're not listening through the in-ears like I am with the mics. They're just playing in the room. They're like, holy crap, this amp is just nasty. It's so freaking nasty. It's beefy. And they never complain about how it feels. They never say, it feels like, they always say the same thing. This thing feels amazing. Honestly, if you're looking for a boutique amp that's unique, I can't recommend it enough. The Redseven Leviathan is definitely something that if you're a boutique amp collector, you got to get one of those. I mean, it really is great. And you can take it to shows. It's MIDI programmable. I mean, there's a lot of great features on it. 2 master volumes, and separate EQs for each channel. There's a bright switch for each channel. Yeah, it's just a phenomenal amplifier.
Divided by Time Studio says, have you ever tried the amp Rubber Mountains? I use it with 2 pedals, ketchup, and liquor.
Amp Rubber Mountains?
I don't know. Did I ever tried
amp?
I use it with 2 pedals, ketchup, and liquor.
I have no idea what that is.
I probably read something.
I really have no idea what that is.
Joseph Butler says Channel 2 seems to have a bit more sag and give, does it?
No, actually Channel 2 is more aggressive. Channel 1 is just a hair, there's this a teeny bit more sag in Channel 1. Channel 2's got the edginess to it, you know, and Channel 1 is just straight up beefy, fat, aggressive tones. So, I mean, some people might interpret them differently, and I understand that, but I mean, that's kind of how I interpret them anyways.
Tony said, my problem is having too many amps. Go back to an amp from a month ago and start tweaking all over again. Yeah.
I learned. Yeah, I honestly don't even touch these. The only thing I touch on these amps now is the power switch and the standby switch. After a while, you do dial them in. You really do. And I guess because of what I do here, you know, I have these dialed in because I have to. You know, I can't play an amp that's not dialed in right. So I've just learned to trust them. You know, trust what I did. And if I come down here and they haven't been touched, and that day an amp's not working for me, it's not the amp, it's me. And we can all attest to that, right? You plug into something and you're like, man, why doesn't this sound right to me today? Could be you're tired, like Jeff was saying earlier, or you got a headache. I mean, whatever. I mean, sometimes things just don't sound good to you, and that can happen. And then the next day you come down and you're like, wow, this thing sounds amazing. So, I mean, people say like tube amps are temperamental. Mm-hmm. So are we. You know, we're temperamental too. So, you know, I mean, how many times have you gotten something like your favorite thing at a restaurant and you're like, oh, I'm looking forward to this. And it's like, yeah, doesn't taste good today. And
yeah, especially after COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Jeez.
Freaking COVID.
Yeah, you lost your taste for peppers. What else?
Garlic, but I think the garlic is okay now, but
Okay.
I can't eat like green peppers, red peppers, even.
Yeah.
I had some sushi yesterday that had jalapeno in it.
Yeah.
Tasted spoiled.
Wow.
Yeah, since I've had COVID the second time, I can't eat green peppers or sweet peppers anymore.
What sucked for me was I lost my sense of smell for like 9 months.
Yeah.
I couldn't smell anything.
Yeah.
Nothing for 9 months. It was awful. Thank God I got that back. Oof, that
Max
was rough.
Pathfinder says, I find good sounding amplifiers are easy to play at any settings.
I guess it depends on what you're playing. For me, as long as the gain is where it's supposed to be, I guess, as long as it's in an appropriate place for me, I'm good. But I like to have it big, fat, beefy, and aggressive sounding. That's really what I look for. I like the beefiness. I hear some guys, like even on YouTube and like in real life obviously too, I dial mine in for mix ready and I'm like, no wonder it sounds so thin and anemic. Like, dude, that's the engineer's job. You're supposed to have your amp sounding amazing, because the better it sounds, the better it feels too. Like if you take the low end out and do certain things with the EQ and back the gain way down, what happens is the amp's choking, it's starving for air, and it just doesn't sound or feel as thick and responsive, and it just, all that goodness is just gone. Let the engineer sculpt the mic'd version of your amplifier to fit front of house better. That's his job. You do his job for him. I mean, you don't know what he needs or what he doesn't need. And you're not quad tracking, so why are you turning your gain way down? I mean, that's only for if you're multi-tracking. I mean, I'm not saying crank it unless it's appropriate there, but I mean, I have the gain at noon on channel 2, and I have it at 3 o'clock on channel 1. And that's it. Channel 1 doesn't have as much gain as channel 2 does, so they're in appropriate places.
Christopher. Hey, Christopher.
Hey, what's up, man?
He said, I'd cry if I lost my spice and pepper taste.
Oh.
Yeah, it is really sad. Peppers were in a lot of what we ate.
I know.
Jared was on a stuffed pepper kick for like 2 years.
Was it that long?
I
Really?
know, felt like it. But yeah, I just can't. And you know, I love garlic. I like strong, robust, pungent flavors.
Yeah.
And
Garlic's awesome.
it's horrible. I'm pretty sure I'm fine with garlic now, but even the smell of it was
terrible.
disgusting to me for the longest time. But right now it's just peppers.
Well, what's interesting is you like salmon now, but you didn't like it before.
Correct.
Isn't that strange?
And I'm appreciative of that because it's super healthy. I've always wanted to like salmon, so I'm happy about that.
Every time we went out to eat and I got salmon, you'd always take a bite and you're like, oh, I don't know how you can eat this. And I'm like, it's good. Now you're like, bring on the salmon.
When are you making it again? Yeah.
Yeah. I made some today in the smoker and it was good.
Yeah, it was. That was the best salmon
Probably the
I've
best
had
one.
here. And all of it has been good, but that was the best.
That one was good.
Yeah.
There's leftovers. So
we'll be jamming those in all of the air orifices here in a minute.
I'm starving. I am starving.
Tony says nothing wrong with a little sag on the amp as long as it's not our bellies.
Exactly.
Great.
Well, I like a little bit of sag because it's chewy. It gives that chewiness to the...
I'm just trying to keep that one in.
But there's that chewiness and that bounciness with the pick, you know, and you feel...
A little bouncy.
Well...
A little bouncy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love that chewiness. I don't like a really stiff, dry amp. I like a little bit of sag, you know. The older we get, just stuff happens.
Oh, man. Christopher says, if be done for, my taste for food changed at this age. Yeah, you'd be done for. Yeah, right? And I don't know you personally, but like, when that's your joy...
Yeah, we're foodies.
When that's your joy, when you only enjoy a few things, and there's food that's a constant, everyday thing that you love, boy, and then that gets taken away.
That sucks.
Not okay.
I love amazing food. That's why I got the smoker, and
Some freaking chemical warfare right there.
Exactly. Yeah, I love smoking meat and stuff like that, and I've really enjoyed that. And if that got taken away from me, I'd be so upset if I couldn't taste the difference anymore. Oh my God.
Kyle Hart wants to hear Out of Nowhere when you get back to jamming.
Oh, yeah. I'd play it tonight, but I'm not kidding you. I'd forget half the solo, like scrambled eggs, man. But I'll work on it this week. Can you remind me? Next week I'll.
Nope.
Next week I'll play it for you.
Nope.
That's a fun solo.
JB says, I like my guitar tone medium rare, nice and juicy and chewy. Tony says, Carrie hasn't messed with the whammy bar on Jarrod's guitar for a while. What's going on? He's been very serious over there. Very serious, so Carrie can't play and fill in on the whammy bar.
Maybe next week she'll fiddle with the whammy bar again. Yeah, what was I going to say? You know what else is I've been struggling with? So I'm doing my, getting ready to record my solo album pretty soon here in October, end of October probably. And I've been writing some solos for some songs that I haven't had a chance to write solos for. And I don't know what happens to you guys, but when I'm working on solos, I'll play those riffs so much, because I get to play them over and over again just to get them tight and, you know, right and all that, that when I play my other songs, they start finding their way into those songs because I've muscle memory. And I get my riffs confused, and I think that might be part of what my problem is tonight. I keep getting the solo that I'm writing right now for one of my new songs confused with every solo that I'm trying to play. Because I'm not kidding you, like with a cup of coffee every morning, I probably play that solo 30 times. Mm-hmm. And then at night, I'll play it another 30 times, over and over again. And so every time I pick up my guitar, it's like it's just ingrained in my hands to go in those positions, and I keep screwing up my other solos. So that's a problem for me.
Christopher says, hell yeah, you turned me on to smoking my whiskey. Few things are better than a nice smoked bourbon or scotch.
Hell yeah, man. That sounds good. I got my smoker upstairs, so.
Daryl McMillan says, I second that on the smoked whiskey and bourbon.
Hell yeah. I love a good smoked bourbon. It is so good, man. And I don't know if you guys have ever smoked your own meats and stuff at home, like the salmon. And salmon only takes 20 minutes. Well, 25, because you smoke it for 5, and then you cook it on high for 20, and it turns out perfect. And wasn't that good? Here's the trick, though. So another trick that I've been doing for years with my salmon is I'll take like a whole, you got to smoke the whole salmon, the whole damn thing on a cedar plank, and put brown sugar on it, or just regular sugar, along with your seasonings on both sides. And you want to take like a huge scoop of coconut oil and like a quarter stick of butter almost, and melt that and pour it all over the salmon before you put it in there. And
So it's not healthy salmon anymore, apparently.
coconut oil's not bad for you,
In large amounts.
but it's spread out.
Okay.
It's a tablespoon of butter, or of each thing spread out over the whole salmon. And butter's good for you. Yeah, butter. And I use the salt-free butter. And oh my God, it just makes it really tender.
Okay, I'm hungry now.
I know, I'm starving. Well, let me play one more song. Now that I got that worked out, I got the loop taken off of Grateful. That's the song I'm working on this solo for. I actually played part of that solo in the video I did this morning. If you want to hear it, it's in that JP video I did. At the end, I played part of the solo that I'm working on. I augmented it for that because I had to end it, so I changed it around. But anyways, so let me...
So last song, get any of your comments and questions in while he's playing, and then we'll skedaddle.
skedaddle and eat some fish. I'm back on channel 1 in hot mode, so 1 second here. There we go.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I can't wait to get this solo done. It's going to be a big one, pretty epic in some ways. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I mean epic in size. It's just a lot of notes and a lot of length on that one. So yeah, I bit off more than I can chew. When I started writing it, I'm like, dude, I left myself a lot of canvas to paint on here. I don't know if I have enough paint.
I don't know if this means anything, but Vox Pathfinder says, what makes that comb filter effect Jarrod just used? Do you have a comb filter?
Oh, yeah, that's the flanger. That's a flanger.
Oh, yeah, Kyle says sounds flangerish.
Yeah. Yep, that's a flanger. Yep, and what's cool about this Yamaha, the Boss ES8, pedal board thingy is that I can program these switches to be momentary. And that's what I did with that switch. I could just step on it, and it engages the flanger pedal at a moment for me, so I could just kind of, you know, interlace it in songs and stuff. So, love that.
Joseph Butler said, love that you guys have just as much enthusiasm about good food and drinks. I have just never been able to cook anything that was worth talking about.
Oh, we're big on food, man. We love food. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
This guitar hides a lot of
His food.
my food.
He hides his food.
I'm lucky I have a guitar to hide my food.
Oh, you don't need to hide food.
My food baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, Jarrod did not think that he was a good cook. Like, it's only been 3-4 years, I think, that he is really a good cook. He's the best egg maker. I've never seen anybody make better eggs.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
I guess I do all right with the eggs. And I don't know, I just cook. You know, I never really thought much of it. But I'm going to be a pit master within about a year, though. Because, man, I'm learning a lot of stuff from my brother, and he's been doing it 10 years.
Your brother is a good cook.
Yeah, and man,
I'm a decent cook. I feel like I got discouraged because my kids were,
they hate everything.
Yes, this one hates that, and that one hates that, and then next thing you know, I don't know. So I just like I just make whatever I like, and I don't care anymore. They can make a sandwich if they don't like it.
Exactly.
You know, the joy of cooking was taken away at home.
That's unfortunate because, I'm all about, especially with the smoker now. And now when I smoke, I used to smoke just enough for myself. And my brother was like, what are you doing? Smoke the whole package, you know, just reheat it and it's good.
Still
and
good.
I started doing that. I'm like, you're right. I mean, you know, it's funny, like he smoked, what was it, a tenderloin or something when we were there? And the next day we microwaved it.
It makes me want to cry thinking about it.
It was so good. It melted in your mouth.
And the vegetables and he grilled the vegetables. He had a basket.
Yeah. I got the basket now. But the thing is the next day I'm like, oh, I want some more of that tenderloin. He goes, just nuke it. I'm like, dude, it's going to get all rubbery. He's like, no, it won't.
It didn't.
And it didn't. We nuked it and it was perfect. I'm like, what? I mean, it was good, man. That was good food eating over there. That was awesome. Yep, I'm all about the foods, man.
All right, then. Let's go eat the foods.
Yeah, let's go eat the foods. I'm starving, so it's been a long day. So,
Sven, I see you from Germany. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, what's going on, Sven?
We're on our way out.
Yeah, it's good to see you here, buddy. I'm glad you got to tune in. I haven't seen you in a while. Jason Taylor, I haven't seen you in a while either, so good to see you again. Good to see everybody here. Well, guys, thank you so much. Sorry it's so short tonight. It's just I'm spent and I got to eat. So, well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And please check out that JP video if you're interested in getting the JP. I think I shared some pretty good information on that anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks to those who did watch it. So I got more stuff coming up. I got a pretty busy couple weeks ahead of me, but anytime I get some extra time, I'll put out some more videos for you. So again, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Every day is a gift.
And thanks for spending part of your gift with us. Have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday.
God bless you guys. Love you all. We will see you all very soon.